TCP versus UDP. This is one of the most important comparisons in all of networking. As you prepare for your CompTIA A+ and look toward your cybersecurity degree at UAlbany, you'll find that almost every protocol we've discussed, like HTTP, DNS, or SMB, relies on one of these two transport methods to move data across the network. Think of TCP as a certified letter that requires a signature, and UDP as a postcard thrown into the wind. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. TCP is a connection-oriented protocol. Its primary goal is reliability. It ensures that every single piece of data arrives at its destination in the correct order and without any errors. The three-way handshake. Before sending any data, TCP performs a handshake. Your computer says SYN, synchronize, the server says SYNACK, synchronize acknowledge, and your computer finishes with ACK, acknowledge. Only then does the data start moving. Error checking. If a packet is lost or corrupted during a file transfer, TCP notices and asks the sender to retransmit that specific piece. Flow control. It manages the speed of the data so the receiver doesn't get overwhelmed. Common TCP protocols. HTTP, port 80. You don't want a website to load with missing text. SSH, port 22. You need every command to be received perfectly. SMTP, port 25. You need the entire email to arrive intact. UDP, User Datagram Protocol. UDP is a connectionless protocol. Its primary goal is speed. It does not perform a handshake, it does not check for errors, and it does not care if the data arrives in the right order or if it arrives at all. Fire and forget, UDP just sends the data as fast as possible. This is called best effort delivery. Low overhead. Because it doesn't have the paperwork of TCP, it is much faster and uses fewer network resources. Real-time priority. It is used for data where being on time is more important than being perfect. Common UDP protocols. DNS, port 53. You need a fast answer so your website can start loading. DHCP, port 67 and 68. A quick broadcast to find an IP address. Voice over IP, VoIP, and streaming. If a tiny piece of audio data is lost, you might hear a slight pop or crackle, but the conversation keeps going. You wouldn't want the call to pause for 5 seconds just to resend one tiny bit of sound. Comparison for your certification exam. Since your reader cannot process tables, here is the breakdown of the key differences. Connection type, TCP is connection-oriented, handshake required. UDP is connectionless, no handshake. Reliability, TCP is guaranteed, retransmits lost data. UDP is unreliable, best effort only. Speed, TCP is slower due to high overhead. UDP is faster with very low overhead. Data flow, TCP delivers data in a sequence stream. UDP delivers data as individual packets that might arrive out of order. Summary for your studies. In short, use TCP when you need the data to be accurate, like a file download or a web page. Use UDP when you need the data to be fast, like a video call or a gaming session.